Wrestling.
Hey everyone, welcome to the We Like Wrestling podcast. I'm here with the whole gang.
Okay.
Justin.
Hey.
Joe.
Yo.
John.
Hey.
Quick fun fact for everybody. So Japanese professional wrestling, they do a graduation system.
Yes. Not Japanese professional wrestling. Dojos.
So Justin probably knows this, but I don't know if you guys would. So if there's a rookie, they start out as a junior heavyweight or cruiserweight.
No, you skipped a step. Young boy. First year young boy.
Yep. Carrying bags.
How is this your
That's
fun
not-
fact?
that's
And he
not
knows
in-
more about it than
Hey,
you.
that's not in here. All right. So they begin their career as a junior heavyweight, cruiserweight, which means they do a lot of high flying stuff, some skillful stuff, get the fans, respecting them.
Where'd you get this shit?
I don't know. So, and then once, yeah, I can see.
Well, you put your head down and all you see is Kenny Omega. See how you're kind of blocked? Does anyone else see that? Or
Who cares?
No, I'm fine. So once they feel like they're ready, then they'll move up to heavyweight stuff. So Masawa, Kobashi, Okada, Muda,
All names we will talk about later on in this podcast.
Tanahashi, and now Ibushi are
All names on the list that we're talking about.
and I think you said them right too. Good for you.
Or
You did
all-
well because those are the popular
Yeah.
ones.
are all they're all
you know
former,
all of them, but Masawa.
Yeah, they're all former junior heavyweights who increased their skills and moved up to the heavyweights. So yeah, and obviously with Japanese professional wrestling, the crowd is a lot different compared to American crowds.
Sometimes.
More respectful, more
They're not really allowed to cheer.
No, they are now.
Oh,
Yeah, we talked about this on the TJ episode.
yeah. Before
Yeah,
they
back
were
in the
very
day, they
quiet.
used to
Yes. Now it's more of a relaxed atmosphere.
that's why it was weird for when the Americans won over there at first that they were like, what the hell? They're
Like
like
it's
sitting on their hands. Like, I'm
silence.
going to get fired when I get back there.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize, no, that's them being respectful. I don't want to take away from you by distracting you. With
And
clapping
England is
and-
different too over there.
England's rowdy.
But it's like a gentleman's sport kind of thing. They still look at it that way, or has that changed too?
Well,
over the
I
years?
think what you're thinking is it called King of Sport? And that's a little different style of wrestling. I think it's called King of Sport. It's what Regal used to do, and also Finley.
Yeah.
It's
And they're known
more
to be
of
a
a-
little more stiff.
And it's more of a shoot style.
Yeah.
And every match is expected to go 30 to 40 minutes, whatever, You're not going to Roman Reigns that shit.
But it's not.
World of Sport. That's what it's called.
And it's
World of
not
Sport.
storyline. It's just like
I
you
don't
did.
think so.
You two guys go, and it's
But
just,
this is different. That's a different company. You're thinking of that company. It's a little bit like, have you ever watched any of the blood sport stuff? Not the movie.
no.
Okay.
The movie, yes.
Yeah. Barnett has started the blood sport thing 5 years ago, maybe even more. I don't know. Shit blurs together. But it's more about wrestling based than storyline based. It's just me versus you. Who's the better man? Which I would like a lot more in wrestling, to be honest. What?
I just saw the first announcement.
Oh, it's 7:00. Okay.
You
Do you want to say what it is? You want to do it at the
wait
end?
till the end.
Is it big? You're smiling a lot.
You're gonna like it.
Come on.
All right, we'll
Oh,
keep it. We'll keep it till the end.
Yeah.
Is the person on this list?
Is it, no more tag teams, right? We're done to tag teams. Is something different?
Yeah,
I
this
don't know
should
if we're
be-
done with tag team.
Yeah, I don't
but
know. Yeah, this would be different. All right, so this week we are reviewing Dave Meltzer's Wrestling Observer. Right off the bat, I want to put the caveat there that is what we're talking about. This is his opinion of
Only one of us at this
match-
table reads his newsletter.
Who? I don't read the newsletter.
Cliff gives them to you or
He
whatever.
gave it to me like 4 times. I don't read it.
Well, I didn't mean like religiously. but
Oh, I was
I
gonna
mean, like,
say I don't
I've never
subscribe
even
to it.
seen
I
one
fucking hate him
until you showed me.
I'm not giving him my money. I think he's what's
He
wrong with
hates
wrestling.
facts.
His opinion is held as I mean, I was going
Like
to say
God
God's words, but I don't believe in God, and I don't believe in Dave Meltzer, so fuck it.
Apparently, I read something that said Tony Khan has something in line with Bischoff and Meltzer coming face to face to do something.
Why? Who
I don't
fucking
know.
cares?
Hopefully, Bischoff beats the living piss out of him, but
Bischoff isn't going to do anything. They're both super old. Why would
I
we
think
want-
Bischoff does have a black belt, but I don't mean that was.
in 1992?
But he's not a 7-time black belt Hall of Famer.
Yeah. So the Wrestling Observer started in 1980. I didn't know it went back that far. To be
Me
honest,
either.
I thought it was like maybe the late 80s into the 90s. Didn't know it was back in 1980. The first ever Wrestling Observer match of the year, and this is actually just the match of the year. So I don't know if the actual Wrestling Observer goes back farther than that. And this is just when he started having his awards.
This is not the star rating that he's known
This is
for.
not 5 stars, although I assume if they're match of the year that all of these were given 5 stars.
Probably, yeah.
I don't know that for a fact. It was a Texas death match. Do you want to try to guess in 1980 who it was? In a Texas death match in WWF.
In WWF.
Yep. At Madison Square Garden.
Texas,
Which, I mean, in 1980, everything was in Madison Square Garden.
Texas death match.
Yeah, it's a weird. I've never, and I kind of want to see this
So it's
because I actually really like one of these guys.
before Hogan.
One of these guys was put in jail.
was this like officially a newsletter like match of the year?
Yeah.
Because I'm reading, it says 1983 was the debut of the.
This is match of the
1980,
year.
Okay.
1980 Texas Death Match.
Snuka and Morocco.
No, that was a cage.
Oh, sorry.
You're in the right. You actually no. I think you're a little too.
Is that later?
I think so.
I'm thinking who was before Hogan? Because Hogan was like 84, so it's got to be
Exactly. Who was the Hogan before there was Hogan?
Is it,
Bruno Sammartino.
No. After
Bob
that.
Backlund.
There you
Bob
go.
Backlund.
Is it-
Bruno's the 70s.
Oh, Superstar
Yeah.
Billy Graham.
No, you got it. Bob Backlund.
Okay.
Oh, you're looking for a
versus,
heel.
yeah.
This guy was in jail.
Well, that only narrows it down to a few hundred.
Bob Backlund and
He was in jail
Iron
for
Sheik.
killing a guy. I think.
I'm trying to think who he was in 1980.
was it Iron Sheik?
You don't think of him as a heel. I
Mm.
bet you don't think of him as a heel. It's Ken Patera.
Hmm.
Did he go to jail for killing someone?
No, he went to jail for throwing a boulder through a KFC window.
Oh,
Because he was hot when he was high or
yeah,
something.
he
He was
was
on
high,
something.
it was him and someone else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was another. I don't remember.
But
I
he
think
went-
that was
As a heel and came out of prison as a face.
which is
That's
weird.
shit.
I wish I was making that up.
The
And
next
Bobby Heenan, we referred to him as Jailbird.
Yeah.
in 1981, we had Pat Patterson and Sergeant Slaughter in an alley fight.
Is that
So-
WWF too?
It's WWF.
Madison Square Garden again.
Madison Square Garden. So it's not the boot camp match though. So I don't know if this is before or after
I
the
think
boot camp match because I know the boot camp match.
this was after the
Is this-
boot camp.
IC? Pat on his IC run?
In 81, no.
When did he win that? Was that like 79?
Yeah, that was the 70s.
Oh, so I know how he still don't have it then in 81.
No.
No.
This would be more of a
And-
closer to a main event.
Slaughter's the heel?
Yeah,
Slaughter was the heel. Yeah.
Patterson was only a heel in his tag team, I believe.
And then when he was a stooge or whatever.
Oh, well, yeah, that's not.
But see, when I think of Slaughter, I think of G.I. Joe, good guy Slaughter, other than
Yeah. But
late 90s.
I'm pretty sure Slaughter would have been the heel in this.
That's before he left and
Started
came
as a
back.
heel,
Then he came back as a
as a face.
G.I. Joe Slaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was this like blue tank top, the figure that they made?
No, god damn it, no. We're not. We haven't even touched Hogan yet,
Okay,
who is not on this list.
Not surprisingly.
good.
Yes, Hulk Hogan
Well, only two
In
of
the-
us were born in 1981.
in the Hulk Hogan era. Dave Meltzer had a hard on for other countries, so he only had a hard on for WWE for the first WWF for the first 2 years.
Ah.
Then we slightly move away from it. We got, and these two you do know,
1982.
1982, Tiger Mask and Dynamite Kid.
I was in Japan.
It is at New Japan Summer Fight Series 2 Night 19.
That was for
Yeah.
the
Yep.
junior
Yes.
cup, right?
I love this.
They
I
wrestled
put down-
19 nights in a row.
I don't know if it's in a row. I don't.
Holy shit.
This is-
Night 19.
This is I put down all of the names because I love the Japanese pay-per-view names. Well, super
Well,
shows,
they were
whatever. the
pay-per-view,
fuck-
yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't
So,
that wasn't that for the J Cup, right?
No, there is a different one in the J Cup. That's down further. So that was not at the J Cup. They might have
okay.
wrestled for the Super
The
J.
original Tiger Mask.
Yes, this would
Because
be
that
the
was
original.
what,
yeah.
Tiger Mask 4 or 5. What are they
yeah.
up to?
I don't even know. Yeah, but yes, this is Tiger Mask and Dynamite.
Which is worth seeing if you can look it up. I mean,
Apparently, they've had a lot of. I've seen highlights. I've never seen the whole match. But yes, they had a great series of matches, and this is before Dynamite is in WWE.
For
yet.
Bulldogs, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a Tiger Mask like grandson or great grandson who does it now.
really
or
don't know.
something. I don't know how that works over there.
So just to throw in during some of these, someone else you will see not on this list, Hunter. No Triple H. So
83.
83 is, and this is a weird one. It's Jim Crockett at Final Conflict. They had some terrible names too. Ricky Steamboat and Jay Youngblood versus Slaughter and Don Kernoodle.
I gave you a DVD of a shoot interview with him, and you said the same thing. Who the hell's Don Kernoodle?
Okay, so that's how you say it.
And I said I've heard of him, but I don't really know.
really
who he
have
is.
not. Until you say I have, but
I
have
think
not.
he sort of had the same gimmick, wasn't he? Didn't he dress like army
Really?
gear and was sort of like
I think
Slaughter's?
so, yeah.
He was like Corporal Kirshner before Corporal Kirshner.
Well, it was in a cage, so it must have been somewhat bloody, I assume. I mean, you put Slaughter in a cage, he's going to bleed. He was,
Jay Youngblood.
he should go down there. You know, a lot of people think about like Tommy Rich was a great bleeder, Flair, you know. I think Slaughter bled really well when he needed to.
So did Cody Rhodes' dad, American.
Oh,
Dusty
yeah,
Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes' dad.
Cody
My dad,
Rhodes'
remember
dad.
my dad?
My father.
You know my dad, Dusty Rhodes?
God, I'm fucking annoyed with him already. He's been here 2 weeks.
Is he related to, who do you say, Steamboat and
He's
Jay
related to Dusty
Youngblood?
Rhodes, yes. It's his dad.
Is Jay,
Jay's not related to Richie, no.
no, is he related to like Chief Jay? That was Strongbow.
Or were you going to say, is he related to the rapper / punk artist from the UK named Youngblood?
I don't know who that is.
I didn't think you did.
I do.
Jared does. I like him. He's actually really good. You should look him up. I actually really enjoy his
I
stuff.
think Jay Youngblood has. That's not his real name. I don't think. I think
No,
no.
I took Youngblood because that's Ricky's real last name.
His last name is Blood, Richard Blood.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
name is Richard Blood.
Yeah, which is a cool wrestling name.
changed it.
Yeah.
It's Blood. I'd rather Blood than Steamboat.
Yeah. Well, the Steamboat thing was he was supposed to be like the nephew of somebody else named Steamboat.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
that's
says siblings is Chris Youngblood.
I don't know who
Chris
they are.
Youngblood. All right.
I don't know. He's the fucking brother, or would you say cousin of Jay Youngblood?
Him and
This
Steamboat
one-
were a team for a decent amount, I guess.
Yeah.
So this one, yeah, it was in like, Jim Crockett, obviously.
So that's before WWE for Steamboat, too.
He looks like he dresses like Chief Jay Strongbow
No, I'm sure.
with the headdress and all
With
that.
the name
yeah.
Youngblood, of course.
Yeah.
It's a gimmick.
That's
It's
why I
the
thought
80s.
of what they related, because that Native American thing.
Yeah.
84, do.
In the Freebirds?
Freebirds versus the Von Erichs
Of course.
in
So that's-
World Class
that's-
Independence Day Star Wars. That was the name of the pay-per-view show. Yeah, I'm just gonna say pay-per-view. Fuck it. You know what I mean.
Yeah, they're not called pay-per-views anymore either. But
No.
Premium Live.
It was
events.
not the cage match though. It was the Anything Goes match.
this isn't Jimmy Jam. This is Buddy Roberts, Terry
Oh
Gordy.
yeah, this is Freebirds.
Original. Yeah.
The original.
This would have been a
And then-
6-man tag, I assume. It's
To say which
probably
Von Erichs?
uh
Probably Kerry, Kevin.
and David.
David. Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
it David?
Yeah.
So 84, David was
Yeah,
still
in
alive. He
84,
died
yeah.
in 84 over in Japan. I
Oh
think.
wow.
Well,
I mean-
they're all dead, but Kevin. I meant that sounds terrible to say,
Just-
but yeah.
Just hearing those names, I can imagine that's probably a pretty great match.
I could be wrong.
Dude,
I could have
dude,
swore.
And you know how much I put over Terry Gordy as
He was a big guy who could go.
he
Buddy
is-
Roberts wasn't.
He was a great talker.
Yeah,
He was a great mouthpiece.
he wasn't
even though,
terrible, but he wasn't great. He was,
even though really they didn't need it because Michael was a great mouthpiece, but they didn't even he didn't even need to do his shit because Buddy Rose was good.
well, Roberts was sort of the talker, and Michael Hayes was the good-looking,
Yeah,
like ladies' man. And then
man, 84 had a weird idea of what good looking was.
I'm just saying in his mind, and then
The
Terry Gordy
lady
was
one.
the muscle.
All right, now we move to Japan at Special Wars in Budokan.
Is it
Okay.
Budlkan?
Yeah.
Budokan.
Oh, thank you. Good job.
Cheap Trick has a live album there.
Of course. We got Tiger Mask again versus. Maybe you can help us. Well, I know it's Kobayashi. It's Kuniaki or Kunyaki. I don't know if you pronounce the I.
You're my Japanese guy. Don't ask me.
Kunyaki Kobayashi.
Okay.
I don't know who that is.
I don't either. I know who Kobayashi is, so I don't know if it's the same. And he just like kind of like Okada. Like you don't call Okada however the fuck you say that.
Kenza Suzuki or
Yeah,
whatever.
no,
he's just
that's,
Okada.
no. You're mixing up two guys.
I know, but
Well,
I
like
mean,
the guy
it's like a name like
The
that.
guy that's wrestling Samoa Joe, they just call what Minori.
Right.
They don't call him whatever his whole name is.
Nori Suzuki.
Yeah.
That one's easy. So
We're 5 matches in, and Jared's had to look up his 5 matches.
1986, not in Jim Crockett, because I didn't understand why this was from Championship Wrestling from Florida at Battle of the Belts 2, Ric Flair and Barry Windham.
Wow, nice.
Why is that not JCP in 1986?
So it's still NWA.
It's NWA, but it's not.
So is that
Because I think that was still territory days, and Florida was like a.
Would that have been
But
it?
neither of them were. As far as I know, neither of them would have been working in Florida. Barry Windham's not up in JCP yet.
unless
in
they both got
86?
loaned out to
I think
there?
at
And then,
that time, I think Championship Wrestling from Florida. I think Dusty was running that in the '80s. I think.
That makes sense.
so this is this him getting kicked out of the Horseman feud?
No, I don't think so. Not in
In
86.
86?
No.
Why?
No, he was like bandana baby face.
Oh, this would be fresh
This
out
would
of
be coming back from
after US Express and Rotunda.
right?
'Cause that was what 85 when he left.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still like that's the good
Blonde
look.
hair,
See,
yeah.
that's when I think of like good looking baby face. You talk about Michael Hayes, man, he's fucking gross looking. He looks like that guy that the hooker at the what do they call the trucker girls?
Truck
Lot
stop
lizard?
hooker?
I think there's a different name for them. That's
Oh.
very
Lot lizard.
lot lizard. That's it. Yeah, that looks like somebody that picks up a lot lizard.
We have to have a discussion about why did you know that?
yeah, you're not. No, I've heard the term before.
I never did.
Yeah, when I think of good looking guy from the 80s, I think of like Barry Windham with the bleach blonde hair and he's a good looking guy.
I'm not arguing.
Look like a stripper. Number 1987. Ricky Steamboat and Randy Savage, WrestleMania 3.
Of course.
Yeah, definitely. That definitely.
Oh, that's the first. We're back to WF now. First time since what?
Don't worry, we're
81.
gone soon. We ain't coming back for 7 years.
Name another match at WrestleMania 3 besides Hogan, Andre, and that one. Nobody can. That's all people
Jake
talk
and
about.
Honky.
Is it?
Is it 3?
I was gonna
I
say
mean, that's like a 2-match
is
card
3 Bundy and the Midgets.
versus Hillbilly and the Midgets. Is that 3?
I thought that was 2.
Is 3
No,
the
Bundy
tournament?
was in 2 when it came
No,
to
that was
Hogan.
Hogan.
3.
Cage.
Yeah, that
That's
would
three.
be 3. Yeah.
That's the other match right there. Butts
on.
and seats. What?
Is 3 the tournament?
No, that's
No,
4.
God damn it. Why would it be the tournament if we have Steamboat and Savage? Savage
know.
wins the
Look,
tournament. This is
okay.
for the IC belt. You
Although I
need
think
to know this shit.
Macho did beat him in the tournament.
That's the next
Steamboat.
year, though.
Yeah. I think
No, does he? No, Macho's face in the tournament. Why would he wrestle Steamboat?
Who did
He wrestles like Valentine, DiBiase at the end.
he wrestled 3 times. DiBiase
Probably
wrestled twice.
fucking Honky Tonk or something. I know Valentine was one of them.
Yeah. Then who was
He
the
beats
next?
Valentine, DiBiase.
One man gang.
Oh, OMG.
And then DiBiase in the finals.
Yeah.
Was 3 the one that it was in different
Oh
cities?
my God. No.
No, that was
No.
2.
It's the fucking Andre Slam.
I'm moving in case he throws some shit. All right.
It's WrestleMania. It's the only
Look,
WrestleMania that really matters.
the only match I know from that is the Steamboat match.
There's
So
like there's really like 5 major WrestleManias that really ever happened. Everything else could be just washed out. 3 and 10 are like one of them.
But everyone talks about 3 as those 2 matches.
Like WrestleMania 3 should have been WrestleMania 1. 1 and 2 didn't matter after Hogan slammed Andre.
I mean, WrestleMania 1 was more of like a celebrity.
They're
Well, no.
all celebrity though.
Hmm.
But I mean, one has got like Steamboat versus Matt Bourne, which isn't really a Mania match, and
Does that really happen?
yeah. And then who was it? Tito versus the
Executioner.
yeah. Like
That's
those aren't
not-
Mania
That's
matches.
not the Executioner that is Terry Gordy
No.
or
That's Playboy Buddy Rose.
Gangrel.
Well, it's the first WrestleMania is like Jake versus George South.
Yeah, like they're just not Mania matches.
George South was on the first WrestleMania.
No, it's George Wells. I think that was 2.
I was gonna say.
But yeah, they're not Mania
How the
matches.
fuck do you know that? No, it's George Wells, and that's 2. That's weird.
I don't know. It's just random shit I know.
You know,
My head is full of random facts.
Next up, we go to Clash of the Champions 1. That is Sting's big
Sting and Flair, 60-minute,
No, that's not 60 minutes. That's not Clash of the Champions.
30-minute.
Well, I don't know. It's not the
Time limit.
No,
Oh, okay.
this is Sting winning the belt. The time limit, he does not win the belt.
he knows the Wells guy, but he doesn't know.
Well, no, they wrestled
I'm-
so many Clash of
Because he
Champions.
knows WrestleMania shit, and I know the JCP shit and WCW. Yeah, no.
Well, I know they wrestled at a Clash of Champions.
They've wrestled at many Clash
Yeah,
of
I mean,
Champions.
so-
Yeah.
Every time they needed a couple extra thousand people in an arena, just put Sting and Flair
Sting
on
and
it.
Flair at the top.
Yeah.
They were the last Nitro.
But this would be the first one. This is Sting's big coming out party. you
This is
know.
his Sean Boyhood dream.
This is his in the gear. You know they did the defining moments.
the red, white, and blue.
This is
Yeah.
the
Robe.
the picture you always see of him and the Randy Orton sparkler rain. You know, but it's
Okay.
only like this big. It's not like a whole thing. He's not. Yeah.
So this wasn't the thing that like.
Don't
they-
say this isn't the last Nitro.
No, this isn't the thing where somebody was like in a black, like behind the scenes trying to. I'm getting it mixed up, but
I
like
think I know what you're talking about. You're thinking that is actually Flair. You're thinking of Black Scorpion,
yeah,
and they used whose voice did they use?
It's
Ole
Ole
Anderson.
Ole Anderson.
but it was
that wasn't this
no,
setup.
No,
No.
no, but I mean, this feud
lasted
eventually
for 10
it
years.
lasts. Yeah, it lasts till the last Nitro, and then even longer.
Yeah, but that was supposed to be someone else, wasn't it? And then they left the company, so it
Oh.
became Ric Flair.
I don't know. Who is
Yeah,
this supposed to be?
The rumor I had heard it was supposed to be somebody else too.
But this is Sting's Kofi Kingston moment. This is his first title, right? This is the chase,
Yes,
and he wins his first belt.
and then people were like, and then he gets hurt, I believe. 88. No, not yet. That's in 90 or 91.
So this is Flair's going to the Fed
No, not 88.
Not yet?
92, right?
with the belt.
He went back to WCW in '93, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 92 Rumble's the one he won. So
Yeah.
yeah, so it would have
'Cause-
been later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even Black Phantom happens before he leaves, I
I
think.
think so.
So this is where I start realizing that Ricky Steamboat, Dave Meltzer has a hard on for Ricky Steamboat. Because now we get in 89 WCW Clash of Champions 6, Ricky Steamboat versus Ric Flair. Which
That
was
really good
a good that's
match.
the 2 out of 3, not the Iron Man. Well, technically none of them are Iron Man. I'm just calling it that because Flair has had so many 60-minute fucking matches.
I mean, Steamboat was good though.
Build his career on it.
Steamboat was very good, but I think it also depends on who he's in there with.
Well, that's what I was just gonna say too. Yeah.
Because like Steamboat and let's just say Cactus Jack, they're not gonna have a good match because Steamboat doesn't know how to work that. But a technical guy like Randy or Flair or Austin are gonna give him good matches because he knows how to go with those guys.
And even when he was, what was he, like 50 years old, him and Jericho had that match.
Makes me want. Oh yeah, and I thought that
Jericho was going after the legends. Yeah, and
because he had that like it was like he was in a team, but then the next night or the next month,
next pay-per-view
Backlash or whatever.
Yeah,
not WrestleMania, Backlash. So yes, Steamboat is a tremendous wrestler.
Well, I've heard a lot.
best
of,
arm drag in the business.
I've heard a lot of wrestlers say you're only as good as your dance partner. So
Well,
you
of
know, I
course,
mean,
yeah. But this is Steamboat left the Fed
Yes,
at this
Yeah.
point.
yes.
The first time, yeah. Yeah, didn't
Came
he
back,
want
in,
he
came
wanted
back in '90.
take
the drag.
time off because his wife had a baby or something,
Yes.
and they
Yeah.
were like, "No, you can't."
Well, that's because that was right after he had won the Intercontinental title.
Right.
And they were like, no, you're our Intercontinental champ.
We're gonna push you. You
Yeah.
need time off. You no.
Next up, we got Liger.
What are we 89?
We are in 90.
No, 89.
Liger versus not shit.
Some Japanese guy.
Sounds like Bubba Ray
And-
Dudley
All of a
done
sudden he's
this.
stuttering. He has like not.
Well, because I don't Naoki. If that sounds right. Sano.
Sounds all right to me.
Like the guys that make stereo, Sanyo.
There's no I.
Oh,
It's Sano. Sanyo.
Oh,
Sano.
I don't know.
Now I'm saying Sanyo. Sanyo sounds Spanish.
Sanyo, isn't that Sanyo like stereos? No, okay.
Anything about Sony?
No, there's Sanyo and there's Sony. There's two different
Oh
companies.
yeah.
Them motherfuckers just switched it. That's bootleg. That's some Green Dragon shit right there. I've never heard of that.
I did buy it off a guy's trunk.
Yeah,
of his car.
exactly.
Target has Sony, Walmart has Sanyo.
Yeah. That's so that's at New Japan Wrestling New Spring Gold Series.
Hmm.
I love the names. I really do.
New Spring Gold
They come up with these names.
Yep.
If Liger was in it, I'm sure it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love Liger, especially 90. I mean, this is when he's about to come to America and start being featured.
On
And
WCW.
you get that first taste of who he is. Hiroshi Haas and Kensuke Sasaki, which is who I think you were thinking of earlier when you said Kansake. I think you were putting his names together. Kensuke Sasaki versus the Steiner brothers.
Oh, I thought that was the match. I was like, I don't know who either one of those guys are.
No.
I still don't know
at
who they are.
New Japan WCW Starrcade in the Tokyo Dome. Actually, in Tokyo Dome, not the. There's no the in the title. Unless they misprinted it, but it just says in Tokyo Dome.
They did a combined show.
Apparently.
Yeah. Well, they used to work together back in the day.
If I didn't know they did a pay-per-view together.
Starrcade. They called it Starrcade. Starrcade in Tokyo Dome.
Was that
Well,
was that
but
only
the-
aired over there?
Well,
I
no,
don't
you gotta,
remember.
I don't know.
you gotta remember though with Jim Crockett, just like the
Not
great-
1990.
We're in WCW now.
Not
This is
1990.
WCW.
Well, but
Ted
still-
Turner.
It's
Still,
91, actually.
well, still, I mean, it came from Jim Crockett Promotions. They were known for Remember Great American Bash. It was a tour.
Yeah.
Same thing.
They probably did tour this.
That's true. They did War Games too. They toured with that.
Yeah.
Right,
Well,
yeah. So
no,
that's
War
probably-
Games was at the Great American Bashes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's probably why it's
Oh.
called that, you know.
I looked at. I like the Steiners. They're always good.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
So,
And Kensuke Sasaki is
And in
really
Japan,
good.
they were
So-
really good.
This in 91, this is either right before, I don't know the date. Sorry, I don't have dates on these. This is either right before or right after he actually comes to WCW and does the thing with Masahiro Chono with refereeing for Rick Rude's title match.
Yeah.
Halloween Havoc.
Yeah.
We reviewed it on this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is when did the Steiners go to the Fed?
This after this.
Because this is 91.
No, 93.
So they're not
93.
there yet.
Although Jared would have you believe that in 1988 or 89 they had LJNs in WWE.
Look, that wasn't me. That was the website.
Never gonna let that down.
It wasn't Wikipedia either.
Never.
So fuck that. Whoever.
I don't know what site you used.
1992, Kenta Kobayashi, and I'm sure the T is silent.
I was gonna get to his name.
Sayoshi Kikuchi.
The more he gets his hard names, the more he drinks. Like, what the hell?
And
Well, maybe if he
again-
drinks enough, he'll
Well,
get him right.
Is that another Kobayashi?
Another
this is Kenta
Kobayashi.
Kobayashi. This is who Kenta got his name from.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because there was a previous Kobayashi. and
Kobayashi is just Kobayashi.
It's like a thing. In,
This is
They're not all named
Ko-
Kobayashi.
I'm sorry, this is Kobashi. That's Kobayashi.
oh, okay.
Sorry, yes, I said it wrong. Kenta Kobashi.
I don't know who
And
that
then
is.
Kobayashi is a different one. Kenta Kobashi, he was a big name in the 90s for
Yeah.
Japan.
I
um,
recognize that name.
Versus Doug Furness and Dan Crofat.
I was waiting for you to say Phil LaFon.
No, yeah, not.
I know
Not
Doug
Phil-
Furness. I don't know who
Yeah.
the other guy is.
Me neither. Dan Crofat or Crofit.
I think it was supposed to be Phil.
This is
Fun,
this
but
is
I
actually
think-
All Japan Superpower Series Night 8.
I think it was.
I love
supposed-
their buzzwords of superpower.
I think it was supposed to be LaFon, but I think he got hurt or something.
I
This
thought they
guy
were. They're
replaced
an
him or something.
underrated tag team. Go back and watch.
I
some of
agree.
the matches. They are
Yep.
underrated.
How many nights of wrestling? Like
Every night.
night 19.
We can play
night
now
8.
about there's like 50 hours of wrestling. Imagine having 8, 9, 10, 19 nights in a row of wrestling.
Well, if you
Who says it's in a row though?
Well, yeah, if it is.
Well-
it could be a tour, and that could be like over a summer. Like
Well, I was
Yeah.
just going to say, remember in Jericho's first book, he talks about in Germany, they had like a week-long fair that like every night was wrestling. And sometimes the guys would wrestle 2-3 times a night, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
in 1993, we have our first women's match.
oh, wow.
Yeah. From All Japan Women's Dream Slam 2. It is, and this is going to get butchered. Manami Toyota. That one's easy.
Toyota.
Hey. She
And
makes cars now.
and Toyashi Yamada, which I'm pretty sure Yamada
I've heard that
was
name before.
was
Yeah,
in
I
the
was gonna say.
Survivor Series match. Remember when in like 96 or 95?
Oh, they had random girls.
Yeah.
It was like Alundra
Yeah.
Blaze.
It's
and-
Alundra Blaze and a bunch of Japanese women because that's all that wrestling, that's all the female wrestlers that were good in the world all came from Japan, obviously.
because literally the women's division in WWF was like 3 girls.
It was Alundra Blaze,
Bull Nakano.
Bull Nakano. Well, so Alundra Blaze, Bertha Faye, Luna Vachon, and then all the people they could get from Japan.
Yeah. That
Which
you never saw
included-
again.
Included Bull Nakano. They wrestled Dynamite Kanzai. I don't know. And then this looks like the same name to me, but Mayumi Ozaki. I'm sorry.
Sorry for butchering these names,
one
in
of them-
advance, but like it's not, we're not cultured
Are
in.
they the Japanese jumping bomb angels? Any one of them?
That's no. God damn it, no.
Well,
I don't know.
They look
I mean,
like
technically
Japan,
I
I'm guessing.
don't, but that's 93. Jumping Bomb Angels was like 88.
That's only 5 years.
They could
Maybe,
still be
that's
wrestling
true.
at that point.
That's true. 19. We're just gonna skip.
I don't know. Who any of those people are.
1994. We finally get back to the Fed.
Hey, first time since what, 87?
1994. Yeah, since
Steamboat Macho?
Yeah, 87. Yep.
Wow.
7 years.
Yeah, that's what you said.
I
You
said it
said
earlier.
7
I
earlier.
did.
Yeah.
But I counted from 3 to 10, not from years. WrestleMania 10. What do you think it was? There's
Ladder
Brett
match.
Nolan.
yeah, there's only
Oh.
2 matches that it could have been. And it's not Brett Nolan. No,
Ladder match.
it is the ladder match.
Although-
Shawn Michaels versus the ladder.
Brett Nolan. Brett Nolan was good too.
Brett Nolan was perfect. It is the perfect match.
Yes. That ladder match was good. The second one, not so,
So
much. First
had that ladder match not been on here, that probably would have got match of the year. Probably.
Brett Nolan.
Yeah, I believe it
I
was
would
the
think.
first because that was first on the of the night. Look it up sometime, but I'm pretty sure that was the first Fed match in a very long time to get 5 stars, and then this also did 5 stars. I'm pretty sure.
Could be.
I wouldn't. Did they
So-
both deserve it?
Oh yeah, it was an amazing match. We just talked about it.
Yeah.
In 1995, we go back to women's and All Japan women's G Top second. That's all it says. Don't know. Manami Toyota from the first time versus Koyoko Inouye. It's a lot of vowels. Inoue.
No, so the way you said it sounds right.
Inouye?
Yeah, Inouye.
Annoying.
Yeah.
Almost like Hawaii, but
Yeah, a little bit. In 1996, I'm surprised that this is still in Japan, and I'm also surprised that this guy's in it.
They were getting closer to your era, Jared. 96. We're getting there.
There's this guy in it who really likes oiling up muscles.
Go, jeez.
Really, this guy.
A dynamic dude, you would
Let's
say?
let's play a game. Harley Race never had a match of the year.
But John Laurinaitis did.
Johnny Ace,
Johnny Ace.
but his tag
John.
team partner Steve Williams makes sense.
John.
So Dr.
So
Brett-
it is a tag match at All Japan Super Power Series Night 15. It is Misawa and so they call him something else, and I never knew how to say his full name. Something like Suicide Monkey or Violent Monkey or something like that. Jun Akiyama. You've seen him before. He's really cool looking. He's a deathmatch dude.
Mask?
No.
Like Liger or no?
No. That's just his nickname. It's like something monkey. I'm serious.
You're looking him up.
It's June as Jun Akiyama
I don't know. He's just
versus Steve Williams and Johnny Ace.
looks like a regular guy. I don't know.
Am I thinking of a different guy? Am I thinking of a different June?
I don't know. He just looks like a regular guy. I don't know.
Oh, that is not
Nothing
the
special.
guy I thought it was. I might be mixing him up then.
Is there other pictures of him?
I think I'm mixing him up.
Oh.
That's not him. That's definitely not him.
I say he did nothing special about that guy.
But this is the first time we're seeing Misawa, who you talked about earlier.
He's this June is signed to DDT Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
He still wrestles.
He's best known for his
Dude,
time.
Masada Tanaka still wrestles. Taka Michinoku still wrestles.
He's 52. He's best
Muda
known,
still wrestles.
best known for his time working for All Japan.
Jerry Lawler still wrestles and he's
Kind
70.
of. Mm.
Well, but
Vince McMahon wrestled. I'm sorry.
Oh, God, yeah. 1997, we got back to the Fed. WrestleMania 13. What do you think it is?
Austin Brett.
Austin Brett. Yeah.
No, it's Sid and Undertaker. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it's Austin Brett submission match.
That's the
Pass
That's
out.
the pass.
Pass
out.
out from the blood, yeah.
that's the
And
double
that's
turn.
changing, yep.
Double turn, yeah.
Okay, the next one. It is 2 in a row, 98 and 99. It is Kenta Kobashi and Misawa in 88 or in 98. It was October Giant Series Night 18. And in 99, it was Superpower Series Night 14.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
back to back. This is the first time that happened. It does happen again. I think you can probably guess who.
The same match back
The
to back.
same match, the same people in the same match, back to back years winning match of the year. So you can probably guess the one that happens later. That one is in the late 2000s. Well, 2010s actually.
Taker Sean.
Spoiler alerts.
So who is it?
Yeah,
You
What?
just said it's the same match in 98, 99. You didn't say who it was.
yes, I did. I said
You just said-
Oh, that.
Kenta?
Oh.
Kenta. Where do you go? Did you leave? Kenta Kobashi and Misawa.
Oh.
He said it
Yeah,
happens.
come
He said it
on.
happens again.
Okay.
At October Giant Series Night 18
Gotcha. I thought
and
there was
Superpower Series Night 14.
I was waiting for the other two guys. Oh, it was a tag match. Sorry.
No.
So he guessed the 2 WrestleManias in a row. Sean
Yeah.
and Undertaker.
In 2000, this is our first venture into Mexico with CMLL Hunico Final, which would have been finale. I don't know. Hunico Final. That's how you say it. Whatever. Atlantis versus Viano 3. Don't know which one that is.
Yeah.
There was like
There's 10
100
of them.
Villanos.
In WCW, yeah,
I know.
there were so many Vianos.
Yeah.
I don't know who Atlantis is.
Oh, Atlantis is
I've heard
actually
of
very
Atlantis.
popular. Very
really? I don't know
yes.
who that is.
Mil Mascaris Atlantis.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if he's like Mil Mascaris.
Yeah, I don't know the wrestling style.
No Yob?
I know the name.
yeah, but
It doesn't. That's the other thing. It didn't say who won these matches,
Oh, okay.
so I can't tell you.
It doesn't say like are they title matches or regular
It does
matches? or
not. It
nothing?
just says singles or cage. I have been skipping over that. Some of these were like ladder match. No, I've hit them. Most
Yeah.
of them are singles matches. I said 2 out of 3 falls.
yeah.
Alley
yeah.
fight, the death match.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
no,
Shawn
you-
and
you
Razor was a
said
ladder
it was
match,
Some
yeah.
kind of special step.
Here we go. This is the first time we get Muda versus Genichiro Tenru. Is that Tenru?
I got from
General.
That wrestled
yeah.
Demolition.
Tenru and
at the
Katao.
Random. Yeah.
In like 89.
It's the only one I know
Yeah.
of.
And then he was in a Rumble for like no reason. Just
Yeah.
This is 2001.
This is 2001 at Superpower in Budokan. How did you say that?
Budokan.
Budokan, yeah.
That's the only Tenru I know of is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's the same.
I don't know
guy.
his first
Yeah.
name, but probably.
Yeah, oh yeah, WWE. He just was Tenru.
Yeah,
they
they
weren't
can't-
gonna.
And they
mess
don't even
with
they
him.
even messed them up.
I'm
Well,
surprised he
but
picked.
that's the only time I've ever heard is Tenru Tenru.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's the same
Genichiro Tenru.
But that match versus Demolition was that like
89, I think, or 88.
WrestleMania
yeah.
7 or something? Wasn't it like way back?
I think it's even
Yeah.
earlier than that.
So this would be like 10 years later. He's still wrestling.
Well,
Same guy.
Well, over in Japan,
Masato
they do.
Tanaka
I know.
had a match this year.
I'm just saying
Um,
it could be.
I'm surprised he picked that over the triple TLC match. Because like everybody was in a craze over that
He doesn't like car
three-team-
crash matches. He likes
3-team TLC match.
wrestling matches.
Yeah.
He doesn't
No
like
blood.
those kind of matches.
Oh,
But 2002, he did.
Yeah, well-
Kind of.
just like 2 years ago, Lager wrestled,
Yeah, Liger just retired like
Yeah.
last year, 2 years ago.
and he's 60, I think. Or something?
So in 2002, we have, without this match, none of these guys would have had a spot in a match of the year. Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit versus Edge and Rey Mysterio.
Wow.
Oh wait,
That
Edge,
match never happened.
Edge might. Did Edge have another one? No. No, he did not.
Where was that? That
No
Smack-
Mercy.
That's like a yeah.
It's at
Oh.
No Mercy.
one of those random.
I think that's when Angle just turned bald.
It makes me want to go back and watch this because I don't remember.
Is that after the feud with Edge? Because Edge shaved his head.
No, I think it would have been after the feud with him and
What?
Benoit,
2002. This is
2002.
Mhm.
so.
When did Edge win the King of the Ring?
Angle and Benoit are the heels.
Well, it would
'Cause
have to be.
Edge
yeah.
and Ray were tag champs at one point.
Or it's just a random tag match.
Because it was Kurt and Benoit a legit tag, or they just.
But no, because they feuded for a while.
Does that mean like is it just like I don't like
But-
him and you don't like him? Let's get
But
together and get him.
Edge and Ray were tag champs,
They were tag champs.
and Edge is the one that shaved Angle's head.
So Benoit
so
was
that's-
feuding with Ray.
I don't know. I
remember
don't
that.
remember.
Hmm.
All right. Well, it's.
I don't
It's
remember
actually
that match at all.
Can
Actually,
you believe that it's not the only No Mercy match? It's on this list. Yeah, No Mercy.
I mean, if those four guys can go, I mean, it
Right,
sounds
but
like
that's
it would've
the
been a great
only
match.
time those four guys, only time they got match of the year. You know who doesn't? Eddie Guerrero.
No, at all. No
Eddie
one.
Guerrero is not on this list at all.
And Angle has a ton of good matches, and that's the one they picked.
Well, in 2003, it is Kenta and Misawa again at Pro Wrestling Noah this time.
I think he said Masawa like 6 times so far.
Yeah. Well, yeah, one of the guys you're going to get really used to. That's why I'm calling him Kenta because I'm tired of saying the whole fucking name.
So that 2002 match, Angle was bald. So that was after King of the Edge won King of the
Yeah.
Ring, I think.
So
So their feud is still going at this point.
I think so.
Well, that was King of Ring is what, June? When was this No Mercy?
I don't know when No Mercy is.
And
Oh, I thought you had it. You were just looking at it. Okay.
So Kenta Misawa was at Pro Wrestling Noah Navigate for Evolution Night 9.
He rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
November.
And we complain about WrestleMania Backlash. I'm sure like saying it in Japanese, it probably sounds better.
Probably like 4 symbols.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Well, it's probably like 2 seconds shorter.
It probably
too.
sounds nice.
Yeah.
Then we have Kenta in 2004 versus the Jun Kiyama again. Not again. We have the same names coming up a lot.
Yeah.
We're just gonna, and that's our Pro Wrestling Noah Departure. That's a good one. I like that.
So this is, Noah is, it's not All Japan or New Japan. That's another organization entirely, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Noah,
Pro
yeah.
Wrestling Noah. Yeah,
Yeah. They have
So,
they got a ton
All
over
Japan
there.
and New Japan are
WCW and WWE.
yeah,
Yeah, that they.
and
We
that's
talked
still
before. If you wrestle for one, you do not wrestle
that's
for the
still
other.
an ongoing ratings war.
Oh yeah, they
between
hate
them.
each other. But then Noah is a different thing. Then there's Michinoku Pro. There's
Yeah.
Hmm.
Now we move into Ring of Honor,
Oh,
who actually holds a couple. Surprisingly, Kenta versus Joe at Joe versus Kobashi ROH. I like ROH just named their shit whatever at that time.
what year was this?
2005.
Hmm.
This is
Nice.
the summer
So-
of Joe.
Joe wasn't
he's
in
not
TNA.
TNA. 2005.
Not yet.
He
Or
was
if
there when it
if he is, he
debuted.
went, no, he was not there when it
Oh, he
debuted.
wasn't.
No, he was there.
2005 is not like him and AJ.
If-
He was there
if
long
not,
before
he went
that.
back to
'cause
ROH.
Angle only showed up in TNA in 06, and Joe was there way before that.
I don't know about way before that, but he could have also been loaned out to still wrestle over there.
That's what I was thinking. I think
Maybe, yeah, maybe we had.
like a
like
working
one
agreement
last
or
match.
something.
I've looked that up though.
Because this next ROH match is
that might have been a good
Who?
match.
it is at Supercard of Honor in 2006. Dragon Kid, Ryo Saito, and Genki. Oh, that's just it. Genki versus Sema, who I think I know who Sema is. Masato Yoshiano and Naruki Doi. 6-man tag. First 6-man tag. ROH Supercard of Honor 2006.
I don't know who any of those people are.
I know none of those guys are ROH guys, so it happened at an ROH show with guys from not ROH.
Wasn't New Japan and ROH like a collaboration?
Later?
It says Supercard, so maybe they just combined. But yeah.
Well,
Yeah, 'cause
that's
that's
Supercard of
what-
Honor. I mean, that was just one of their
Oh, okay.
yearly ones.
I don't know who any of those people are.
Yeah.
You say
Next-
Ring of Honor, I think of like Joe Punk, Danielson. Like I think of those guys. Yeah.
2007, Takashi Morishima versus Bryan Danielson at ROH Manhattan Mayhem 2. So not Bryan and Nigel, which I think is two of the most amazing matches
Is there
ever.
a way to look? Is this stuff all on YouTube? I can look it up. Not on the network.
Probably
I don't know
highlights.
if you're gonna find the whole matches.
Maybe look at those DVDs that we're selling. Maybe we have.
Maybe. No, any of my good Bryan DVDs, I don't get rid of.
I know
Again,
it's not
I
on
have-
Peacock. So
I have
I can look
Bryan
there.
and Nigel 1 and 2, and they are fucking fantastic.
If AEW and the HBO thing is real,
That's true.
you're going to see a lot of ROH on there.
Nice.
2008, No Mercy ladder match. Don't remember this happening. Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho.
Oh, was that their
I
feud?
don't.
Yeah.
I assume it's
When
their
he
feud, but I don't
Hit
remember.
Sean's wife,
Yeah.
When he threw, he was on Talk is Jericho and he threw
Oh.
him into the monitor.
and Sean had that busted up eye, and Jericho punched Sean's wife.
But I don't remember the ladder
I
stipulation.
don't remember ladder.
They
either.
wrestled at WrestleMania 19. It went on that
That
long.
was. It's.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
it started at that. That was a different one.
because
That was like they feuded for
at
a year.
at WrestleMania. Yeah, well, at WrestleMania, it was like he was a face. He just wanted to wrestle Shawn.
Well,
That was a dream match.
WrestleMania 19 was 2003, and we're at 2008.
Oh, so this is
This is Save Us. Save Us Y2J.
This is Save Us.
Short hair.
Is this the Sean wrestled Batista and faked that knee injury, and Jericho called him out on it? Like,
maybe.
Yeah.
remember he was like, "You were my hero, and look what you
Mhm.
did. You claimed to be a Christian, and you
Yeah.
faked this."
Yeah, maybe.
It could be, yeah. No, I'm thinking
Him and
about
Jericho
that.
feuded 2 different times.
Probably.
It wouldn't be surprising.
Because the first Jericho was like undisputed Jericho. And this is
You were
Save
my,
Us.
it was like
Yeah.
the MJF CM Punk thing where they hugged and
At
then he
2
loved on him.
Brute.
But Jericho's heel both times
Jericho turned heel. Jericho was face going into the first Shawn match.
because
That was-
Save Us Jericho was a face, right?
No.
No, Save Us Jericho was a heel.
Yeah.
Oh, was he saving us from Cena, wasn't he, or saving us from
He came in as a face and then he quickly turned heel.
that?
So-
The suit,
Yeah.
lots
So-
of fancy words.
The
Yeah.
light up jacket, that's when that started.
Mm-hmm.
So WrestleMania 19, it was after the whole thing with him and Christian and Trish. Jericho was the face. That's when Talk is
Yeah.
Jericho
Yeah,
started.
that's the long hair.
Well, mom cut
The-
hair, not
that's
long,
a-
but
Y2J on his pants.
rock star, baby.
yeah.
Yeah. And they had their match, and at the end of the match, that's when Jericho kicked him in the nuts.
Mhm.
At 2 Brute.
And then that one on and ended, and then he did it again 5 years later.
Just because it doesn't
Everything
mean it's
that's
the same
old is new
feud.
again.
No, I'm trying to remember this in my head.
How many times did Hogan and Savage wrestle?
I know.
Cena
Okay.
and Orton.
Yeah, I get the same.
All
I
right,
was trying to remember.
2009, 2010. We know this. WrestleMania 25, WrestleMania 26.
Taker Sean.
Taker Shawn.
I mean,
This
how do you argue?
Deservedly, but so
The
yeah.
first one. The
First
second
one.
one is a little overrated. The
I think
first
the
one.
first
is great.
one with the second one without the first one isn't a great match, but it's because it had the hype still of the last one.
And it was Sean's. If I don't win, I'm going to retire. So kind of had that.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
I'm-
And then we stick. So 4 years in a row, we get WWE.
Wow.
In 2011, Money in the Bank. Look in my eyes, what do you see? Give me Tony Khan's money.
CM Punk.
What, the Money in the Bank match itself?
No,
Oh.
it's at Money in the Bank.
Oh.
Him and Cena.
It's Punk
Cena,
Cena.
yeah. That's when he lapped after.
That's what we talked about earlier, right? Or-
Shut up. I'm not supposed to have told you this.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Ruined it, asshole.
Well, since he spoiled earlier, was
This is when he left with the belt. And then
this is his last night of his contract.
Yes. And
It's midnight,
2011,
you know where your belt is.
and 2011 is where we are going to leave WWE. Bye bye. We won't see you again, and probably no time in the near future.
And never come back, huh?
To-
until next year.
now we hit New Japan for fucking a long time.
Wow.
But I know these names. Minoru Suzuki, who we just talked about, who has a match tonight that this podcast will come out later, but
Samoa Joe.
I assume that's going to be fucking fantastic.
Bloody.
That's the guy that wrestled Moxley, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, okay.
And
Versus-
Danielson.
Tanahashi, as some people who watch New Japan say, the New Japan John Cena.
Yeah.
I've heard the name Tanahashi. Yes,
Yeah.
he's a big
He's
name.
the New Japan John Cena. Although Okada kind of took that role
As in, he's the top babyface who never loses.
for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a thing over in New Japan? Do they have champions for a while? Or is it
Yeah,
like,
they don't drop
Yeah.
belts left and
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. It's not hot potato like it is here.
Yeah, the only time you get like vacant belts is when people are really, really injured.
like who had Osprey?
Osprey had to he put
Or
just something about his neck, I think.
Yeah.
because he came up with that new belt design, right? And
Yeah.
then who has it now? And they brought it back.
Well, Okada has it, but we're going.
and they brought the old one back.
That's where we're going.
Yeah.
We'll get there. And not here. No, sorry, not in this podcast tonight. But we're going there. Hopefully. So that's 2012, 2013. We have Tanahashi and Okada. Again, all these matches, they're really fucking good, but
That's why they're so popular.
it's
That's why these guys are so
This is
popular.
almost
Rainmaker Okada,
feels-
or is he
yeah.
not Rainmaker yet?
no, he's well, I don't know when the gimmick technically.
Oh, see, I don't know. Yeah. I only know him from that pay-per-view that we watched at your house that wasn't AEW yet. He was on that.
All in. All in.
That was Okada. Was it Omega and him at the end?
No,
No.
who wrestled? No, it was Okada and Skrull, Marty.
Yeah. That's the only time I ever saw him wrestle.
I
Yeah,
saw
no,
him-
it was Omega and Penta.
And that's when
And that's when
Jericho came
Jericho
out. with
came
Penta.
out dressed as Penta. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And it
That's
was
right. The Bucks for the main event.
Bucks and Ibushi versus Ray
Three
Phoenix,
masked.
Ray
And
Mysterio, and Bandito, maybe?
Yes.
And that was hurry because they had like 10 minutes to get everything in or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Where are we? 2014 was AJ Styles and Minoru Suzuki. So AJ Styles in TNA never had
That's hard to believe.
TNA
Match
never
of-
had a match of the year.
TNA never had a match of the year. I didn't even
That
pick
is
up on
hard
that.
to believe.
It is.
Not even all those matches that Angle had that were good, and Joe and AJ had good matches.
Never a match of the year.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hmm.
AJ had to go to Japan to get one.
So I was gonna say this is out of TNA. This is
Let's just say all of this is in the Tokyo Dome.
And
so
this isn't even a match that I remember seeing.
This
Like
is-
AJ and
Minoru
Minoru.
Suzuki. No, I do not
I-
remember that because I remember watching him with Okada and Tanahashi, but I do not remember. And this isn't. I mean, G1 Climax 24 Night 7, and G1 Climax
It's a big
is
deal.
a big
G1's
deal.
big thing, yeah.
But you're more focused on the tournament matches. I don't know if this was a tournament match.
so this Bullet Club AJ.
Yes, all of New Japan AJ is
Yeah,
Bullet
the
Club
black
AJ.
hair in
He
his
came in,
face.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
So he's working heel.
Next, we got Nakamura and Kota Ibushi
Mm.
at
Oh,
Wrestle
nice.
Kingdom 9, which this is the first Wrestle Kingdom to get one.
2015.
Surprisingly, yeah.
Wow.
Wrestle Kingdom 9. It took 9 of them to get match of the year.
Wow.
Very
So-
surprising.
So this was for 2015, which is also when Daniel Bryan won at WrestleMania 30,
Those matches
Which is-
sucked.
which is when Brock beat Taker. But,
Again,
like,
you got to
yeah.
remember that we're talking
Yeah.
about bell to bell. We're not
Yeah.
talking about the big celebration
The
after the
storyline.
story. We're talking bell to bell match.
Yeah.
Yes, Brian finally winning the title was a big
Yeah, it
deal.
was awesome, but the matches sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, he
can't-
was in there with fucking Hunter, Batista, and Orton. Also, Orton never had one.
Honestly, I can't
Or
remember.
Cena.
No, Cena had one. CM Punk.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I'm also wondering though too for these match of the year things, if he's taken into account, like we've talked about many times, the build to the match
No,
too.
No,
it's if I were to guess
match
from
by
these
match.
matches, it is match bell to bell. Nothing else from the time it starts to the time it finishes.
But I know a lot of these
what
guys
they
have
do.
I think it's
fought
supposed,
each other several times.
Yeah.
you know,
supposed to be like if he just cold sits down and watches just this
Mhm.
match, then he goes, "Oh, that was great." Not like I know a
Oh,
damn
yeah.
thing about what's going on. I'm just watching these two guys go. I think I don't know. I'm trying to understand his mind.
Then we get Wrestle Kingdom 10 in 2016, Okada and Tanahashi again.
How many
And
times did they
again,
wrestle?
Orton and Cena.
lot.
yeah.
Really?
a lot.
That's why they're so
Like
popular.
off and
to-
on, or was it like a 5-year long
Off and
feud?
on, and I think it's about to fucking happen again.
Oh my god!
Ugh.
I think. I don't know.
And they're all
and then
classics. They're all
probably
good.
flip flop. Who's the heel? Who's the face?
No, I don't.
Over there, they
they're
don't do
both,
that, do they?
They're both faces. They just
Wow.
have the matches because Okada's not a heel.
Oh,
And he's the leader of chaos.
And you said Tanahashi's the Cena, so
And if you can equate chaos being faces, best friends are all part of chaos.
okay.
So, now we have in Wrestle Kingdom 11. So we didn't hit a Wrestle Kingdom, and then we got 9, 10, 11, the main events all in a row.
Right.
Okada and Omega. And
Nice.
that is, I watched that one. That was when I really got into New Japan, and I did watch that, and it was amazing.
2017.
Is that the match
I
that like
heard
put
that,
Omega on the map? Kind of. That's the.
I wouldn't say it put Omega on the map. I think he was already coming up. This is the night that he becomes the leader of the Bullet Club after this match.
Was this when he was
The cleaner.
supposed to be wrestling in Ring of Honor
Who?
and said that he was injured and went over to Japan?
Omega?
Omega, yeah. Because I
I
know that's
don't think
one of the
so.
reasons why.
Omega never had an ROH
know
contract.
anything
That was
about
Bucks and Cody. Omega never had an ROH contract. Omega
'cause,
has been in New Japan
if
forever.
if you listen to Jim Cornette, like I guess at one time he was kind of running Ring of Honor or
Who?
something.
Oh, Cornette?
Yeah, and that's why like he has a complete hatred for Kenny Omega because I think, or maybe he might have had a contract of
Cornette hates a lot of things.
Omega has been under
appearance.
contract with New Japan since he started wrestling.
Well, I think, or he might have had like
He
something
worked
like
for
he
ROH
did-
a long time ago. We've watched the Tyler Black,
And
Kenny Omega,
Brian.
and Bryan match.
Yes.
But he never, especially at this time, he was New Japan. It was a big deal when he left
I think
New
it was
Japan to start
probably a working
AEW.
deal.
Yeah,
or something.
I remember listening to one of
Is
his
this the
things, and he's talked about like
before or after the Jericho match?
Omega.
That's the first time I've heard of Omega. It was him and Jericho.
17.
Might have been after.
No, I think that's before. I think that would have been 18.
I still never saw that match. But
I just
It's a good match.
remember, I tried to
know-
find it on YouTube and it was highlights. I'm like, I want to see this.
Yeah, I know Cornette said something on this thing about
Well, in 2018, we also get Okada and Omega, and this one was a 2 out of 3 falls match at Dominion 6.9. I don't know what the fuck that means.
who knows.
I'm sure it's a great match. Those two, yeah.
Of course. Although every Kenny match is a little bit the same. I still don't get tired of seeing him though. So far,
I'm
We'll
just,
see.
it took till 2017 for Kenny to get on that list.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Well,
It is
'cause-
just match of the year. We're not talking about
Yeah,
5-star
yeah.
matches. He could have had 20
But I know-
5-star matches.
I know
but
Meltzer
match of
has
the
a hard
year
on
is-
for
There's
Kenny.
only one.
well,
you know.
I think because was either one of those before, like when he wrestled the blow up doll and wrestled that girl.
That was in
'Cause I
DDT.
think that
That's
kinda
that's
tarnished-
early. That's early.
So
That's
I
in
think that kind
DDT.
of tarnished him a little bit.
Nah, that's because it's in
In
a
some
different
people's
DDT. DDT is that. That's what like DDT is like.
Chikara.
No, I'd say more like GCW.
Oh, okay.
'Cause I know that's what a lot of people have said. Like that kind of like tarnished him a little bit because he was looked at as like a
Don't worry,
comedy
it's
wrestler.
not Omega's last venture, but his last New Japan one. 2019 is Ospreay and Shingo
Oh,
at Best of the Super Juniors
I
26.
don't know who Shingo is.
He actually, oh man. So I have known of Shingo for a long time. He is now in New Japan, and he's actually like their top heel, or at least to me he is. But I have seen him wrestle like Davey Richards from back in Dragon Gate in like 2008, like so maybe even earlier. But guy was really good, and I always wondered like why isn't this guy in a bigger role? I don't know if he got injured. I don't know if he walked away from wrestling for a while, but all of a sudden he showed up, and I started seeing his name again, and I'm like, holy shit, this is the guy that I watched wrestle like Davey and Brian and shit like that back then. So he is there now, and a big deal, which is good. He has a group. I don't remember what they're called.
I've actually never seen Will Ospreay wrestle.
You remember Ricochet? Same shit.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that's not
Flippy
fair.
stuff,
No,
all
that's
flippy.
not fair. He's better than Ricochet. No, well, I shouldn't say that either. But no, yeah, he's like Ricochet meets Punk.
So he flippy stuff and he can wrestle.
Yeah, he's a great wrestler. He's fine. Zack Sabre is more like
Like Evan Moore.
like Ricochet. More
Osprey. It's gonna sound weird because we're in a group, but Osprey reminds me of TJP.
yeah, they're in United Empire together. And now we venture into 2020 and 2021, both AEW.
Well, because of the pandemic, so there was a lot of wrestling going on. But yeah.
Mm. Omega and Page versus the Young Bucks.
I don't know.
I don't think that was that great.
I think when he came out with that,
That's-
we all said the same thing.
When
It's
they
like,
won the belt,
Yeah, I think so. Probably.
It wasn't.
I don't even remember where that was. They have so many matches.
I mean,
Revolution.
compared to like what WWE had going at the time, yeah, but like,
oh, wasn't that Stampede one?
Yeah. And then 21 Young Bucks again and Lucha Pros in a cage, which I think the ladder match was better though.
yeah.
Oh, we watched that here, didn't
We
yeah?
watch all of them here.
I remember that cage match.
They all end at midnight, so like,
Yeah.
um,
So that is up to date. Obviously, we're in 2022. We do not have match of the year for 2022 yet, although we might have.
Bucks and FTR.
I haven't watched it yet.
Vince and
Two.
McAfee.
Yeah, Vincent McAfee.
Uh,
Segment of the year.
Bucks-
McAfee
match.
versus what's his name now? It's just Theory, right? It's not-
Mhm.
So you weren't here for my joke, so I can say it fresh.
Oh.
Don't ruin it. So I think they changed his name because he's going to start tagging with the Undertaker. Theory of a Dead Man.
Oh,
Yeah, dad jokes for days.
nice. Hey, they're one of my favorite bands. I don't care.
Oh God. damn
Bucks
it.
Bucks and FTR 2 was pretty great. So I think
Speaking
right
of
now,
your favorite bands ever, we were walking into the hockey game the other night, and Aaron was like, "Oh, fucking Breaking Benjamin's coming here." Yeah, and you want to know who's going to it?
Surprised I didn't get a message then.
Yeah. Fuck, I just can't.
So-
you know what? Good for you guys. Also, Streetlight Manifesto is playing in Philly on my birthday this year. So if anybody wants to get me tickets, that'd be great.
I don't know who that is, but
Literally just told you about.
I
them
know what I'm
yesterday.
saying. I still don't know who they are. But you
So-
said about them, but yeah.
we all have our feelings about Meltzer.
Oh, we're not done.
Okay.
I've got some. So who, out of all that, I read them to you. Who was the wrestler with the most match of the years?
I'd say either Tanahashi or Okada.
Close.
Oh.
It was Kenta.
I was
Goodbye.
All right. So
I was gonna say
getting
Kenta,
fucking
but-
tired of saying his last name, so I'm just gonna say Kenta from here on out.
Yeah,
For
when you
sure.
say Kenta, though, I think of
It ain't him.
Hideo
It ain't
Itami.
What promotion had the most match of the year?
New Japan.
New Japan.
How many?
Oh Christ.
10.
Oh wait.
11.
Oh,
Oh, that's pretty close.
Who had the most in a row?
New Japan.
Also New
I was
Japan.
gonna say, yeah, all those Wrestle Kingdoms were them.
8 years.
8 in a row.
So some other guys who never had match of the year. Very surprising. Seth Rollins. I listed off some very popular wrestlers. Dusty Rhodes, Jerry Lawler never had a match of the year.
Wow.
I equate that to being he was bigger in the 70s, right?
80s, 70s, 80s.
Well, late 70s, and then it started in the 80s, but we were already kind of into the Madison Square Garden shit, so it's probably hard to stand out.
Because that thing with Andy Kaufman was in the 80s.
Was it? I thought it was the 70s.
I think it might have been early 80s.
Oh, okay.
Randy Orton.
Hogan, Orton,
Okay.
perfect.
Also,
Mr.
no,
Mercer,
no,
yeah, him and
no,
Brett.
no Bret Hart either.
Yeah, Brett and Austin.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we had so many matches. I forgot that one.
Dusty?
I'm saying perfect for
Yeah,
And
Dusty
Brett.
never had one.
I mean, Cody's
Full-
dad, Dusty?
Yeah,
Okay.
Cody Rhodes' dad. It's his dad.
Is that
Dusty
Dusty,
Rhodes
right?
was his dad. He's dead, but you know,
American
Okay.
Dream. On the
The
American
Rock?
Nightmare. The Rock.
The Rock. Eddie Guerrero, who we mentioned earlier, never had one. Foley, which honestly, whatever year him and Sean happens, should have been match of the year.
Him and Hunter was good too. I remember.
Yeah, him and Sean better.
mind games. Yeah,
So yeah, there's just some. I don't know.
I'm thinking like people that you like no Sami Zayn or Generico, no
I
Steen,
understand why
no Adam
those
Cole.
don't have match of the year.
It's just-
Match of the year is something that, you know, it's one. So if there's 35-star matches in a year, one of those matches
Yeah.
gets
No-
to be the match of the year.
No PWG matches,
Who's that?
which in my opinion had some pretty great matches.
You said like yeah, Cole and O'Reilly had some matches. That were
Yeah,
like-
no Adam Cole, no Kevin Steen,
Yeah, that's what I said. No,
No-
Sami Zayn.
no
No.
NXT matches,
no TNA.
Yeah, no TNA.
That's
Yeah.
but
crazy.
I think that's
no female WWE.
No, no female other than Japan, right?
Well,
Well,
outside of
and,
WWE, where is
Which-
there real? Besides Japan,
Right.
where is there real?
I think Bianca and Sasha was better than the
This year or
Bucks
last year?
for 21. Was better than the Bucks and Lucha Bros in the
You
cage.
can have that. See, I really don't. I'm very surprised that Cage won. I don't know when ladder was. What did they call that? Like
Something hell.
yeah, like
Something in
Stairway to Hell or something. or
Hmm.
probably-
thought it was something about muerte. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, I just there's a lot of guys that, and I'm not even getting some off the top of my head.
I know Moxley.
So that was so the steel cage match was All Out 2021.
Yes, I said that. Did I? I think I said that.
Yeah. Here it is. It was All Out 2019.
Oh, so you went year to year. Okay.
Ladder of Death.
Okay.
I'm not going to try to pronounce that.
What?
Escalera.
De la Muerte?
Yes. Which is
Escalada.
Yeah.
Escalada de la Muerte. Yeah.
So that was 2019. So All Out and then All Out.
Let's do fucking Mexican shows I can fucking pronounce this shit.
This is why we have him on the show.
Yeah.
Can't be all
I
We
don't think
need a Japanese guy.
I don't think you did too terrible with the Japanese names.
Oh yeah,
I
did have a lot better than I would have.
I have. Yeah.
I pictured you at work practicing those things.
I never practiced out loud. It's in my head.
So we all have our opinions about Meltzer. Do we agree with the ones that we know?
I agree with some of them.
Yeah.
I agree that and it's just weird that like Brett's only match was that submission match.
Right.
And like Liger only
Not
had
the-
one. Muda won.
Brett and Sean's Iron Man match. That was a good match.
Sting won. No, wait, Sting had two? No, Sting
Brett
won.
Perfect at SummerSlam.
It's crazy. Perfect didn't have any. That was
Can't be the Ultimate Warrior didn't have any. I mean, come on.
But it almost seems like too, because like you guys were saying too, like there was no PWG. It almost seems like it was like federations or whatever that like had eyes on them. You know what I mean?
Though, Noah's a pretty small company.
But it's probably in Japan.
ROH,
it's pretty big,
especially
you
in 2005. ROH was a small company, very small. In fact, probably struggling. I'm sure in 2005 they didn't think they were going to make it to 2019 or whatever year they shut down.
I can't even know it. No TNA.
But then,
Yeah,
yeah,
that is
No
after we
TNA.
said that is surprising. There were, for as much fuck ups as TNA had,
Yeah.
there was some
they had
good.
great workers.
well,
there was like a
that's
5-year
That's what I'm
period.
saying, like because like TNA kind of like
Fucking
Fall-
what's the cage
fall
match? AMW, America's Most Wanted, and Triple X with the fucking cage walk. You know, everybody
yeah.
fucking pops-
Yeah.
jerks off for the cage walk. What's that guy done? He ain't sold out no fucking Superdome.
Any Ultimate X match in the early TNA days?
Ultimate X matches are fucking stupid.
I don't know. I found them entertaining.
Yeah, of course you did. They're entertaining.
This
Yeah.
guy's standing around waiting for someone to jump
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
Yeah. But
I
I mean,
mean-
any AJ match, any
Yeah.
Samoa Joe match,
AJ and
Chris
Angles,
Sabin,
yeah.
Motor City Machine Guns.
Joe had two. One, two.
Joe.
Yeah,
and-
they weren't
Joe,
TNA.
Joe and
No.
Angle.
Yeah, Joe and Angle, I think, would have been. Hey,
Christian. Christian was great in TNA.
I don't know about work rate, although he does outwork everyone. No Big Show. no
No
Mark
Kane.
Henry.
No Kane.
Brock.
Barely
Lesnar.
Undertaker. I think it took Undertaker to wrestle Shawn at the end of his career to get one. Two.
In his speech, he said he gave him the best match of his career.
He gives everybody the best match of their career
No.
because it's Shawn fucking Michaels.
No Triple H is kind of surprising because he had some good ones.
But he hates Triple H. So it's not surprising. Road Dogg was going to get one before Triple H.
Which then they're and again like
No Jeff
comes in-
Hardy. No Hardy Boys at all. You're right, though. I'm surprised that the ladder match, the TLC, did not.
Which they still show highlights of to this day.
Tired of seeing
Edge spear him.
spear Jeff Hardy.
And
I get it. It happened.
From the stands onto the table, they show that a lot.
That's
too.
not TLC. That was just a table match
Oh.
at Royal Rumble, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
or even well, like you said before, it was just last week that Raw, Jeff and Undertaker, that ladder match. You
Yeah.
know?
No ECW.
Of
Like
course not.
original ECW, not Vince's version.
They were focused. It seems like that timeline they were focused on All Japan. But yeah, you're right.
I mean, yes, there was a lot of car crash matches, but they had some,
yeah.
like when Malenko was there and Eddie was there. They
Again,
had some
Eddie,
matches.
Eddie not
No
having
Eddie Guerrero.
Jericho.
Not
look.
Or Malenko. He
Eddie-
Jericho was one. Jericho had Sean. But again, all
Oh,
these
no,
guys
I
had,
meant in ECW.
I'm just saying, how did Undertaker and Jericho get on that card on that list?
But like Eddie with Brock or Eddie with Angle.
Say it. Say how Jericho and Undertaker got on the list. Say it out
Shawn
loud.
Michaels.
Because they're great
Let
workers.
it be acknowledged.
We'll
I mean-
acknowledge him.
But like
Benoit had
Yeah,
some great
but-
matches.
in that tag match, no Eddie match really
It's so
surprises
weird.
me. Like
What the fuck happened in 2000? What was it? 3? They said about that tag match.
Yeah.
2002.
2002. What the fuck happened that year? That the invasion happened. Actually, that's what
That's
happened.
a slow
WCW shut
year.
down. TNA wasn't a company yet. There was nothing going on.
Meltzer probably went, oh, God, I guess it's
New
this
Japan.
match.
I mean, you see what year? Like we talk about New Japan now, but like New Japan was struggling back then. They really were. All Japan was it.
2002, I believe, was when Heyman was in charge of SmackDown.
Of course he was.
I think that's when Brock debuted.
Look at
2002.
who the fuck was in the tag match.
Because if that was the main event of the pay-per-view, yeah. That
I
explains
don't know if it was the main event.
Probably for us.
it. That's Ray's only match, Edge's only match, Angle's only match. Wow, that's weird.
Sean is in 4 times actually. Now that I think about it, because he also had Razor the ladder
Yeah.
match. Just saying,
Him and Taker twice, yeah.
Jericho. 2 ladder matches with Shawn
So
Michaels.
that was our recap of Dave Meltzer's since the debut of the Wrestling Observer. Every match of the year. There were some surprising ones. There were some ones that we obviously didn't know. A lot of it.
What I'm surprised of is that 6-man tag ROH one. None of those guys were ROH guys, and they had a match of the year. Good for them.
Yeah.
honestly.
But you feel bad, like, that's Ring of Honor's representative, and it's not really representative of Ring of Honor.
Yeah. Well, Joe and Brian.
So don't look at
Okay. I was literally going to.
no,
Okay.
because
You
there's
want-
one for you.
All right.
So we're about 2 weeks away from Outbreak Autism Acceptance,
April 30th. Yes.
April 30th.
Hamburg Fieldhouse.
Yeah.
Hamburg, PA, yes.
I'm going to be raffling off a special figure for that. There's going to be, according to Outbreak, there's going to be plenty of other great raffles
That's
involving
awesome.
that
Yeah.
with that charity. July 23rd is Legends of Hamburg Fan Fest at the Hamburg Fieldhouse. Again, it's rapidly approaching, even though it's 4 months away.
Remember we said that last year.
Yeah,
Like, oh, we got
go back and
time.
listen to our last
3 months,
April
yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
And then before you know, it's like, it's next week.
So last week we announced that we are bringing the Acclaimed into the convention. We're excited for that.
Along with the Headbangers and Rock and Roll Express.
Yes. So just announced this week, Tugboat.
Fred Ottman, yes.
Slash
You-
Shockmaster.
Shockmaster.
You ready for this?
Typhoon.
The Goon.
No fucking way.
The Goon.
Wow, nice.
That's awesome.
The Goon.
I know where we're getting signed.
Yeah, that's cool as fuck.
That's
saw
Bill
that.
Irwin, I think is his name.
That's the
Bill
first
Irwin.
one I saw. That's why I had to put it down. I was
That's
like,
cool
I
as fuck.
can't.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so next week we're reviewing every Goon match.
all one of them.
Yeah.
We have like 3 Goon figures right now.
Yeah, we have more Goon figures than he had matches.
So I knew you would be excited for that.
That was supposed to be what? The hockey was on strike. So he
no,
decided
that
to
was
wrestle.
no hockey was never on strike like that.
Uh,
That was baseball. That was
No,
Oh,
I
it
think
was,
he got kicked out of
Oh, that's right. He was
hockey.
too rough or
Too
something.
rough.
yeah.
yeah.
Is that the only names? Isn't there 3?
2.
Oh, I thought there
2
was
announcements.
3.
Oh,
Well, after the
Just
goon,
two.
I mean, really, what?
I thought there were 3 tonight.
I think they changed it to 2.
Who could you do after the goon
The Goon was first.
that would measure up?
Tugboat was after the Goon.
Look in my
But that's why I didn't want to wait, but I wanted to wait because
That
Tugboat,
is-
Typhoon, Shockmaster. Then he was also what was he had like a yellow hard hat and a
that was Shockmaster.
oh
No, he became like a construction worker.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
just
yeah.
changed his gimmick. He was still Shockmaster.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how he was gonna wrestle with that helmet on anyway.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, this convention.
That Shockmaster thing, man.
Oh,
I crack up when I hear the guys laughing.
When
Not
you
when he
hear
falls.
when you
Bulldog or whatever.
Bulldog, yeah.
fucking
He
fell on
fell,
his
bro.
face. I don't think I've ever seen Justin mark out, but this convention might change that.
What's gonna suck is that he's gonna walk past me. I'm not gonna know who the fuck he is. I don't know what he looks like right now. Like fuck, he's old.
He's gonna unless he walks by in his gimmick, then he'll be like, hey, that's the goon.
Hey, if he walks by in a hockey jersey.
But if he walks by and like
So what? Paul Roma.
So what? Yeah,
that,
really.
that
wow.
jobber guy,
Fucking Roma, Headbangers, and
Demolition, the Goon,
Demolition. I don't give a shit. Oh yeah, I forgot about Demolition. actually.
Acclaimed. Like
Coco Beware.
all we need is if we can just get Ultimo Dragon from Icons
Yeah, really. Somebody hook us up.
Bull
Which-
Nakano. And
Icons again. It's like every
There's
3
another
months.
one, yeah, in August.
August.
Angle.
Angle is the first announcement.
Yeah.
So-
He's from
I've met him
Pittsburgh,
4
so
times.
it's not that far a drive.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he lives there anymore.
No, I don't know if he still did or not.
but this Legends of Hamburg is shaping up to be even bigger than last year. I know we've said it, but now that we're seeing guests announced, it's definitely becoming a reality that this year is definitely going to be one that you can't miss.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited to be a part of that again.
I'm excited to be part of it. Hope I can be
Yeah.
there.
Can't wait.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be.
Can't wait to sweat my ass off.
We had
We're gonna be
fun last
sweating.
year.
We're gonna be sweating at the autism show,
I'm sweating right now.
the fucking field house. But man, Outbreak coming in 2 weeks. The convention coming in about 3 months. But man, we have so much stuff scheduled. It's gonna go by so fast, and
Yeah.
we'll be looking to do some toy shows here soon. Of course, helping out Outbreak when we can. So, as always, every Wednesday, look for announcements.
Yeah.
From Legends of Hamburg on their
Find our
Facebook page.
merch online.
We have a store. You can buy merch. You can buy figures. You can buy meet and greet for the Acclaimed.
Yeah. It's a limited print.
Yeah, limited
You wanna
edition.
jump on those before they're gone.
Limited edition. So that's on our website. You can find that on our Facebook page. I'll try to put it in the description of this episode. As always, see you next week.
Later.
Later.
I was gonna say Happy Easter.
Fuck Easter.